Hello, and welcome to part 4 of our demo series where we discuss different aspects of updating and maintaining your custom WordPress website. Today we're going to talk about how to add events to your website calendar. So for website calendars, we often like to use the Timely calendar plugin, so that's what we're going to be demoing today. So to add an event, it's very similar to adding a post, which we talked about in our last video. You can do it on the front end just by going up here to New, scroll down and select Event, and that will open up your event editor. If you are on the back end, you would just go to your sidebar of tools here and you would find Events, Add New. So from here, you can start editing your event information. So you can add in your title. Let's say that this is a big event. You can specify dates and times. So if it's an all-day event, you select this. If it's an event with a start time but no end time, you can select no end time, or you can specify the start date and time and the end date and time. So let's say this event is on Friday from, let's say, 2 p.m. to, let's say, 5 p.m. And then this is the time zone, so Eastern Standard Time, but you could change your time zone here. You can also have your event repeat. So if you clicked repeat, this is really helpful for events that reoccur regularly, things like meetings, that sort of thing. So you can have it repeat daily or select every certain number of days. You can do it weekly, so every certain number of weeks on a day, so maybe every 2 weeks on a Tuesday. You can do it monthly, every couple of months, or just every month. And you can have it be on a day of the week. So maybe it's always on the second Tuesday of the month or on a date. So maybe it's always on the 10th of the month. You can also do it yearly. So it could be every year, every couple of years in, January, or maybe it's several months a year. Maybe it's every year in January, March, and November. And then to have a reoccur event end, you would just go down here. And it can, have it never end. You can have it end after a certain number of occurrences, or you can have it end on a date. So maybe these events are only relevant for 2022, so you want it to end on January 1st, 2023. Or if there's no real pattern to how your event reoccurs, you can just select custom dates for when it will reoccur. So maybe this event only reoccurs next Friday. Then you would just select apply. You can also add event location details. So you can add the venue name, you can have it show a map, you can add by address, or you can input coordinates. You can add event cost and ticketing details. So if this event costs something, you would put that in here. So maybe it is $30. We'll just say this is a free event. You can do timely ticketing, but we don't have that set up right now, so we won't talk about that. You can also do external tickets. So if you had an external registration link, like maybe a Zoom link or something, you would just go ahead and put that in there. You can also add organizer contact information. So name, phone number, email, even a website. Maybe you're hosting this event with another organization. You can add their website in there. And then any other event details can go down in here. So you can add descriptions, you can add flyers, you can add PDFs, you can add photos. The world is your oyster. So let's just add a photo in here for fun. Let's add our bridge. And then on the side here, you can customize other things. So you can customize the page layout. Right now it has a right-hand sidebar, but let's say we don't want a sidebar. We would just select no sidebar. You can categorize your event, so you can add a new category here, or you can just select from an existing one. So we'll say this is a community event. You can add a tag to your event. So let's just for fun tag this as a festival. Add that. You can set a featured image, so that will open up your media library again. Let's make our bridge our featured image. And then to see what all this looks like on the front end, you would just click preview. And it'll think for a minute. Here's your preview with all your event information. Once you're happy with that, you just exit out of the preview, go back to the back end, click publish, and it'll think for a little bit. And then you'll see this banner, event published, and you can click view event. And this will show you what it looks like on the front end, and now your event is live on your website. So that is how you add events